Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, from the Chew, celebrity chef Carla Hall is here with fun and delicious holiday cookie recipes. And she's headed to the tree to unwrap even more amazing surprise gifts as our holiday gift grab continues. Plus, Wendy's got you covered with all of today's juiciest hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
It's time for Hot Topics. They're really cheering for the gifts. Only came for the fabulous gifts under the Wendy tree. I'm glad that you're here regardless. So, how about Miley Cyrus and Patrick Schwarzenegger? Well, apparently Miley's parents are pissed that Maria is not embracing Miley as Patrick's new girlfriend. Well, I think that most of us would feel that way about our kids. You know, our kids might not be perfect, but you're not the one to call out and say, your daughter's not good enough for my son. You know? Arnold so far likes the idea that these two are together, or really doesn't have anything to say, like a lot of men. But Mom is on it, and the thing is, Maria, don't worry, these two aren't getting married. I mean, they're still young, although Miley was engaged before, so she does have that mindset of somebody who might care to get married when she's younger. But it takes two to have that mindset. And I don't picture, I just don't picture, how old is he? 21. That's he's still in college. You know what I mean? And he's a Kennedy. He's got plenty of tail to get with before he settles down and gets married. I think that Miley's parents should take the high road, though, and not say anything. I mean, you know, as a mom, you know you would want to say something to the other mom, like, what do you mean you think that my daughter is not good enough for your son? Who do you think you are? You know? A Kennedy? So what? I wouldn't worry about this too much, Maria. And remember, the more you protest about who you don't want your kids to date, the more they would want to date that person. But I know one thing. I never really thought about this until I was asked by my staff earlier when we were having our Hot Topics meeting. They said, Wendy, could you date somebody whose mom didn't like you? I'll be very honest with you. No. No. I couldn't, unless he either A, does not have a real good relationship with his mom to begin with, or B, can't stand his mom's guts. Or C, her opinion never mattered up until now, so why should it matter at this point forth? You know, but if you're like a regular mom, like, I dated a guy whose mom looked down on me. This was many years ago. I was like maybe 22 years old. You know, he had a very, very nice career, and you know, I was like this lowly DJ lady. You remember back in the day when there was 98.7 KISS, and I used to do the traffic and dish the dirt in the morning? So that was back. But that was back in like, that was back in maybe 2000 or 1989 or something like that, you know? So I was just getting my career going on. The hours were rough, you know. That was back when girls wore Timberlands with a baseball hat and the pony hair. You know, Mary J. Blige, Real Love. What's the 411 hun look? You know what I'm talking about. We all dressed like that, you know, the Carhartt jackets and, you know. And this guy's career was a little bit different than mine, so I was able to be, chillaxed for the most part and run back and forth to the city all hours of the night because it was a grind. In your beginning years of your career, you don't choose your hours. You go when the hours are chosen for you, and you grind. That's what you do. But the mom looked down on me. He was black, but not black. They were like, block. Your laughter makes me think that you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, there's black people, and then there's block people. Well, they were real block. And they looked down on me like, my career wasn't nothing. They probably aren't saying that now, but I knew from that point with the mom not really liking me, and then he was an only child, which made it even worse, the only one to concentrate on. I just knew that it wouldn't be anything more than a few great dates off his expense account. And then I'd be moving on. I could not date somebody whose mom didn't at least tolerate me. She doesn't have to love me, but at least tolerate me and be a good enough actress not to let me know that you don't like me. Clap if you could not date somebody whose mom didn't like you. Clap. Interesting. It's horrible, but yeah. So guess who's giving Teresa advice over in Jersey on prison? Apollo. Well, first of all, listen. The article's in Touch magazine, and he gave her quite a few tips on how she should handle herself, but I only broke off a few of these tips. And by the way, I think that this is good, Apollo. And I have another suggestion for you after this. Okay, tip number 1, keep to yourself at first and don't act like you're better than anyone. Well, I think that this is great advice for Teresa, because Teresa is less than smart, and and I think that Teresa is the type, just based on what we've seen through the TV, who would go into the prison and feel like she's better than the other people in there, she's going to that Orange is the New Black prison. It's not, it's not, that's where Lauryn Hill was when she did her caper. Wait. No, she didn't pay her taxes. That's like a caper. When she did her caper, who else was there, Martha Stewart? Oh, Leona Helmsley was there. Remember the dearly departed Leona Helmsley? She was there. But I think that Teresa, she comes off as the type who would think that she's better than somebody. So why should she have to scrub a toilet or scrub the floor? So far, so good with the advice, Apollo. Let's see what else you tell her. Number 2. It's cold in here. Make sure someone will bring your children to visit, and remember to mail them letters telling them how much you miss and love them. Well, having children visit in prison is an individual thing, so I don't know whether Teresa cares for her children to see mommy behind bars. But I do think that this thing about remembering to mail them letters is an excellent thing. And here's the last tip I'm going to give you that Apollo gave her, but there are many more tips. There are like a lot of tips. Eat the prison food. Now listen, Apollo, good advice. The reason why he says eat the prison food is because even though it tastes terrible, you've got to keep your strength up. He didn't say for what, but I'm assuming just in case you have to fight. And he says, when the food comes out, eat mostly the vegetables, stay away from, the starchiness, because otherwise you can gain, a few pounds. Like when I saw Brat at the Soul Train Awards, it was so funny. Brat, we had such a good time, me and you, talking and yucking it up backstage. So, Brat was like, I'm looking at her and she's like, yeah, Wendy, I know I gained a few pounds. Prison food is fattening. Now, she didn't look bad. I didn't even say anything, but it's like I guess she thought that that's what I was thinking. But Brat, that's not what I was thinking. But yeah, she gained a few pounds, but she still looks terrific. And all he's saying, Teresa, is that eat something, And also, Apollo, I think you need to capitalize on your career as a criminal. And this is only a 1-hour show. I've got to get to my point right away. I think you should capitalize on your career as a criminal, and when you get out, you need to write a book on your experiences in jail. And at the end of each chapter, you need to have tips, because more and more, and don't laugh, more and more people these days are going to jail for various things. We all know people who've done time in the clink. Clap if you know people who've done time. That's what I'm saying. And me too. And I feel like these days, it's not just about murdering, you know, and molesting. It's about stupid stuff, like maybe you didn't pay your taxes, or, you know, there reason people are going to jail for all kinds of reasons right now. And I think that doing a book, not a manual, not a pamphlet, but a book on how to survive jail and give some experiences and some tips. Listen, I don't know Wendy Feldman personally, but I do know that's Teresa's crisis manager person. Who Teresa ended up firing. Well, it turns out Wendy was in jail for white-collar crime back in the day. And so Wendy was the one who was advising Teresa, you know, on what to do. Wendy's making a career of it, Apollo. Why not you, too? So Ryan Seacrest is single again. Well, you know, he is quite the catch. That Ryan is. You know, he had been quietly dating a model named Shayna Taylor for over a year. Quietly, except for us, because we knew. We've been telling you about it, you know. They dated, they went away someplace far in another country with Ryan's parents for a vacation. He confirmed they called it quits the other night at the Jingle Balls concert. Yeah, somebody asked him about, you know, like what he was doing for the holidays, or, you know, I guess, is he single? And he said that he's single. Well, I think this is terrific. He probably ran the girl off. You know, Ryan, look. No, I like Ryan Seacrest. I told you many times I like Ryan Seacrest, but I have to call it the way I picture it in my mind. In my mind, mind you. In my mind, I picture that when you meet Ryan Seacrest, it's all wonderful because, you know, he's got Hollywood in a smash. You know, he speaks nicely. He loves his mother. You know, all the things that, you know, I guess you like in a guy. He works hard. He makes plenty of money. He throws you his American Express black card. You spend all day at the store. You know, he doesn't ask you to show him receipts because he'll make more. But the thing about dating Ryan, and Shayna dated him for 2 years, I think that after you've dated somebody like Ryan for 6 months, the ether wears off. And all of a sudden, you realize that he's never around. Like, he's never here to hold me tight at night. And I think that he doesn't respect my career. And I think that he just might want me to be dutiful. Not that Robin McGraw is dutiful, but we see at the end of our beloved Dr. Phil's show, you know how Robin sits there at that chair, which I adore, by the way. Robin's playing her position. Look. Listen. She sits at the chair. He says goodbye to us through the TV. He trots down the aisle. He grabs the little lady's hand, and they walk off like a happy couple. She's played that position for many years to the point now where, you know, I guess she's gone to him and said, look, Phil, I have stuff that I want to accomplish in life, too, and I'm going to do it. So now, you know, she's got, I think, a skincare thing, and she writes books. In other words, she does other things, but her main thing is to be sitting in that chair and get up and hold my hand and walk away. And there are a lot of women who couldn't do that, you know, but there are some women who could do it. Let's get back to Ryan. Because this is really about Ryan and Shayna. In my mind, Ryan Seacrest is the type of boyfriend and eventually a husband who does not want his wife to do anything except for take care of the house, you know, manage the house, manage the children, and be ready because I'm coming by. I'm going to send a car to pick you up at 7 o'clock. We've got to be at the Oscars by 8. And I want you to wear the dress that I laid out for you. In my mind. That might have been the demise of what happened with he and Juliana Hough. Remember the girl from Dancing with the Stars? They dated for a few years, but I think the ether wears thin. She probably, in my mind, was probably like, I want a career. Okay, this Ryan Seacrest thing, this started out to be really great when we were together, getting to all the parties, and I'm meeting everybody, and I got the best clothes, threw out all my old clothes, because now I got his credit card for new clothes, and I drive the best cars. Oh, wait, I'm driven whenever I want. But after a while, for some of us, we want our own identity. And as we can see with Juliana, what ended up happening was, they broke up, but now she's not just on Dancing with the Stars. She's at the judges' table. In other words, steady work without having to hurt her ankles on Dancing with the Stars. And she's still got that proactive thing going on. And goodness knows what else. But the point is that I think Ryan Seacrest might need a little woman, a dutiful little woman, and not some of us strong-minded, pig-headed, hot-headed women who think we know it all. And I mean that in a good way. A lot of men can't deal with an independent woman, and that's fine. Jennifer Aniston is getting the ultimate revenge on Angelina Jolie. No, let's just give her a clap because, poor Jennifer. Poor, long-suffering Jennifer Aniston. Anyway, so just the other day I was telling you that they were going to have to be seeing, these two were going to see each other all through the award season because they're both being highly touted to win awards for stuff. Well, the SAG Awards and Golden Globe Award nominations are out, and Angelina was snubbed for both. Clap it like you mean it. And Jen was nominated for both. Yeah! I know. Which means that they will not be running to each other at those two award shows because Angelina wasn't nominated. In my mind, I'm thinking that Jen needs this win a lot more than Angelina. Angelina has been winning ever since she stole Jen's husband and had Jen's kids with the husband, right? And then went on to be a humanitarian. And I don't know about you, she's worn me down. Like, I used to not care about this Angelina Jolie because I'm the wife and I don't dig a man stealer. But I told you, I was just telling you this the other day. Were you watching? I was telling you, she has worn me down. She's a lovely woman. Sometimes, oh God, Jen, I hate to say this, but sometimes you do marry the wrong person and you don't realize it until you meet the right person. I used to not really understand that, except, Angelina Jolie, Brad might have married the wrong person, Jen, you. And... But then she went on to marry the right person. And to make it worse, just when we thought that they weren't going to get married, they get all those kids, and then they have that low-key wedding over the summer. So really, Jen has not won since she won Brad Pitt the first time around. So let her have this win this time around. Right? And isn't it convenient that that Angelina Jolie has come down with the chicken pox? And so now she can't be out promoting and flitting around town and doing stuff. Why, it wouldn't surprise me at all if she was at home doing perfectly well, watching us as we talk about her right now, filing her nails. It wouldn't surprise me at all if she does not have the shingles, the chicken pox. But the chicken pox lead to shingles when you're older. That's what they say on the commercial. Anyway, it wouldn't surprise me, though, if she doesn't have chicken pox. She's just too egomaniacal to leave the house and have to face the fire that she wasn't nominated for yet another... Oh, these Hollywood people, I'll tell you. Anyway, congratulations, Jen. You know I love my monthly magazines, but they can be expensive for your budget. So I buy them and share with you what's inside so you can save a dime. It's time for Wendy's Got You Covered. Hit it! So, Nicole Kidman is on the cover of Elle magazine. And inside, she opens up about her marriage to Keith Urban. And she says, you guys, I didn't realize, did you know that she married him after dating him for less than a month? Less than a month. I mean, that's worse than Chloe and Lamar, right? They knew each other for at least a month. Nicole said, I'm spontaneous. I jump in. I kind of like getting married and then getting to know each other. I know that sounds incredibly strange, but to me, it's a more natural process. Now look, don't try this in your real life. Okay, first of all, after divorcing Tom Cruise. I think maybe, when a woman has been in a marriage with a lot of challenges, shall we say, and a lot of, just a lot of challenges, I think that sometimes she gets out of that marriage and she does either one of two things. Either she dates often and dates a lot and just embraces the real her, or she's so inexperienced, maybe, and so shell-shocked by what she just got out of, that she virtually doesn't want to date around, so and I was trying my best, me and my Hot Topics team, I was saying, all right, well, who did she date after Tom Cruise? File a report, figure it out. And we figured out nobody, right? It seemed like, and she could have dated, it's just that we didn't catch her. It seems like she went right from Tom Cruise to Keith Urban. And they only dated for a month, and then they got married. I think that this is nuts. But it's interesting because they've been married for over 10 years now. Yeah, over 10 years. But I also feel like this is sometimes a more mature person's way of doing things. If you've already had your kids and you're of a particular age, 30, I guess 35 plus, and you've been scarred in romance and scarred in life, sometimes you just jump right in. Of course, it helps when you don't have a marriage like the rest of us do. You know how the rest of us are. We sleep in the same bed every night regardless. You wake up together every day. You're in the house to fight. He's not running off to, in a rock band where he's touring for a month. So he's, without me, I'm not running off to a modeling shoot because I'm not a model. I just feel like in the celebrity world, most of those marriages aren't real marriages, like that mess that you and I do. Because they're always traveling and doing something. So if you're only with somebody, or like if you're a traveling salesman, if you're a regular person, but if you're a traveling salesman or a long-distance truck driver, it's like, I get that, but that's a different kind of marriage than a marriage where you're together 30 days out of the month, 365 days a year. That's the true test of if you really love somebody, dirty draws and all. You understand? Anyway, okay. And then Miranda Lambert is on the cover of Marie Claire magazine. She's cute. Her husband's hot, too, that Blake Shelton. I like his personality and his size. Anyway, inside, she's talking about her 20-pound weight loss. Now, we met her. She was on a reality show called Nashville Star. Do you remember? She was a reality girl, and she was heavier like this. That's not so heavy, but she apparently, succumbed to the Hollywood thing, and so now she's lost, what looks like quite a bit of weight, but it's only 20 pounds. But here's what she says about the weight loss, and then I've got an opinion. I always do. When you have to walk out there in front of thousands of people, it does feel good to know that your bleep's not jiggling. I'm just like anybody else. Insecure and scared of looking bad or being criticized, but everybody's making this big, giant thing about it. Why do we care? She's talking about her weight loss. Miranda, I'll tell you why people care. First of all, you've got millions of adoring fans, and everybody's always curious about weight loss, especially coming up to the first of the year. Everybody's always looking to lose 3, 5, 10, 50, 75, 100 pounds. And if we can give tips to one another, that's why they care. When you should be concerned is when they stop asking, because that means it might look like you're putting it back on. But anyway, everybody, and that's Wendy's got you covered. That's all. Listen, we've got more great show for you. From the Chew, the delightful Carla Hall is here. Carla's going to show us how to whip up some yummy holiday treats. And she's going under the Wendy tree to grab a gift for them that you can get it on too. But up next, everyone, it's time for Celebrity Look-alike. So don't go far.
We've got a stocking stuffed with the juiciest hot topics. Super juicy. Just want a Christmas kiss? Gene Simmons brings the Jingle Bell Rock and turns up the holiday party with our gift grab. You guys are going home with it.
Tomorrow on an all-new Wendy.
It's time for Celebrity Lookalikes. Our first Celebrity Lookalike comes from Maria G., who watches The Wendy Show here in New York on WNYW, Staten Island. Maria says that everyone thinks that she looks like Selena Gomez. So here's the real Selena Gomez, and let's take a look at Maria. They think that you look like her. I think that you could be first cousins. You're equally as cute, by the way. First cousins, though, not look-alike. To me. All right, our next celebrity look-alike comes from Carissa E., who watches The Wendy Show on WOFL in Orlando, Florida. Carissa thinks that she looks like Kerry Washington. I think that this is a first. All right, here's the real Kerry. Now let's take a look at Carissa. Clap if you think she looks like her. Clap if you think she's equally as adorable. Yeah. Don't be offended, Carissa. Nobody thinks that you look like her, though, but you're really, really cute. No, but you're really cute. Our next celebrity, that's how we're going to do it. We'll do it with clapations, okay? And Suzanne, you keep your hands to your sides. Our next celebrity look-alike comes from Stephanie P., who watches The Wendy Show on WSOC in Charlotte, North Carolina. Stephanie says that her brother Rodney looks like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So let's take a look at the real The Rock. And now, wait, hold on, no. Now let's take a look at Rodney. Not one person? Well, then their feeling is equal to the feeling in our Hot Topics meeting. I think that you look like third cousins or something. Or, oh, hell, all bald black men don't look alike. How about that? But Rodney, you're cute. Thank you, Rodney. All right, our next celebrity look-alike comes from Wade D., who watches The Wendy Show on KMYU in Highland, Utah. Wade thinks that his sister looks like Blake Lively, who's pregnant. Let's take a look at the real Blake. She's so cute. All right, now, remember, by clapation. Let's take a look at Wade's sister. Yeah, there she is. Okay. The problem is that, and they don't think that you look like her either. I think that you could be fourth cousins, distant cousins. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. But the segment is called Celebrity Look-alike, not Celebrity Looks Similar To. So if we retooled the name to Celebrity Looks Similar To, do you think she looks similar to Blake Lively? Okay. We need to talk about that for season 7. Maybe we change it, Celebrity Looks Similar To. Okay. You guys. All right, here's our last one. It's from Desiree M., who watches The Wendy Show on WNYW in Passaic, New Jersey. And Desiree thinks that she looks like Shannon Doherty from 90210. All right, here's the real Shannon Doherty. And let's take a look at Desiree. I see a similarity there. Thank you very much, everybody. If you or somebody that you know looks like a celebrity, or similar to, it's fun to look at those two, but if you look like a celebrity, no, seriously, share with us at wendyshow.com. Up next, we're making holiday treats with my girl, Carla Hall. Keep it here. And she's here today to help us make some sweet treats for the holidays. Please give it up for Carla Hall.
Oh, Wendy, I'm loving you. I am loving you. And you know, the holidays is all about sweets.
Wait, but before we do that, let me just show everybody your sweet pants. Wait, come on. Like, look at her outfit.
Like what?
They're so cool. They're fantastic. Okay, so what are we making today?
So we're making a couple of shortbread cookies. I have a potato chip shortbread, and I have a shortbread with chocolate chai ganache. And I'm going to show you how to take that same dough and make it chocolate, actually a chocolate cookie. So easy.
Okay, the idea of potato chips and a cookie is delectable.
Right?
Okay, so let's get started. All right, you'll cook. We're listening to what you're saying, and then I'll continue this line of questioning.
So we have our butter and our sugar here, and I'm sure all the recipes are going to be on your website. Right?
Yes, of course.
All right, so all the butter and the sugar's here, and so we just cream that, and you don't want to over whip your butter and sugar because it makes a tough cookie. And then we're going to add in the flour. Just in there like that. The mixer's going sort of at medium speed, not getting on us. And then we put in a little bit of vanilla. And then all those crumbs in the bottom of that potato chip bag that come up to your arm and get you all greasy looking. Don't do that. Just put them in a bowl and put them in the cookies. That goes in there like this.
Oh,
and it just comes together. It is so simple. It is so simple. And then we have our dough here. I always use a scoop, Wendy, because the scoop is all about making them all the same size. Okay, and can we talk about the cookie exchanges? Girl, have you been to a cookie exchange?
My mother used to do them every single year. She probably still does do them.
And I bet your mama took good cookies, but you guys don't take any store-bought cookies to your cookie exchange.
No, that's not what you're supposed to do. Like, holiday cookie making at my house growing up in Jersey was always a big deal. We make the thumbprint cookies, the rumbles.
The rumbles.
And roll them in the flour. I mean, the powdered sugar and stuff. Yeah, my mother, she's a real artist with that.
It's all about that. So I took a scoop of dough. I'm going to roll it in a little bit of flour here, just so that it's not going to...
This has the potato chips already in it?
No. Potato chip, potato chip, yes, potato chip there. I smash them with a bowl or anything, right? And then I bake them off. Here they are right here, because you know, magic of television. Mic is all falling. All right, so I have them here.
Oh, your microphone fell off?
It fell off. It's all right. I'm stuck in my pants.
Can I taste one before you?
Yeah, you can taste it before the extra chips.
Oh, they're telling us to speed it up. Okay, wait.
Right? And then I put more chips on the side. Okay, so that's
see how she did that?
Right. Okay, so the next cookie. You all know you love tea. I have cream here. I'm making a shortbread with a chocolate ganache. I have heavy cream in here, like 4 bags of chai tea. I'm going to take that out and put it into my chocolate.
What's a ganache?
A ganache is exactly that. Cream and chocolate, and you just whip it like this. It's all mixed and nice. I bake these shortbread cookies here. I'm putting this in the center, just like this, Wendy.
You know what this is? These are like the Milano cookies from, you know?
Okay, right, the Milano cookies. And then look, you just drop it in some more chocolate. So simple, so simple. All right, so then that's done like that.
You and your partners are so good at what you do. And I know you and I were talking about you're opening a restaurant later this year.
Opening a restaurant. So we're going to... I know, you guys, I'm so excited. We just saw a space that I really love. So we're talking like the spring of next year and maybe like early soul food, Nashville's hot chicken, and southern sides. I know all of our sides are going to be vegetarian. It's going to be the bomb, Wendy. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
Is it going to be anywhere near our studio?
It's going to be like downtown, yes. Like, ish.
Okay.
Ish. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
can't wait
so
for
look,
that.
so I took that dough, and here are the ingredients for shortbread. Butter, sugar, salt, flour, vanilla. That's all we have. But then here I have chocolate. So I made it in chocolate. It's like Block Santa. All right?
Block Santa.
Not Black Santa, Block Santa.
You know what? I'm glad that we're doing this with something other than gingerbread.
Well, that's it.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. You can decorate it however you want. Well, Wendy, while I'm decorating this, I decorated one right here. That's yours.
Thank you.
That's the boobies. And then this is mine with no boobies at all. Yeah. But see, what's so nice about it, you make them into whatever you want. So here, come on, pick up your thing, Wendy. Are you eating already?
Yeah. No.
We're not at the cookie exchange.
The potato chip cookies are really good.
All right, so here I have just a piping bag and the royal icing, which you can take meringue powder or you can take white icing. And you can take any of these little candies. And then you just, if I wanted a red fro one time, so well, here, I can do it right now.
The thing is that as a mom now, myself, I'm not into baking cookies. I'm the one to buy the cookies for the bake sales and stuff. But I do have to say that this was always a bonding experience with me, my mother, and my sister during the holidays. And I miss that that I don't do it myself.
But you can call me to bake your cookies for your cookie exchange.
Thank you. Well, Carla, it's been wonderful seeing you again.
It's so great seeing you, and I love coming here because you're so much fun.
Thank you, Carla. And these recipes are all going to be on wendyshow.com. Everything is really very delicious. What did you say? Oh, that's right. Carla's sticking around because she's got to go under the Wendy tree. So keep it here. Thank you.
Everybody thinks I wear a wig, and I don't.
Don't call him a Grinch. Donald Trump brings juicy celebrity apprentice stories. Ooh, it's like Christmas came early. And get wrapped up in the coolest winter coats. I love this!
Thursday on an all-new Wendy.
We're kicking off the holidays Wendy style. It's our holiday gift grab. And this year, we've got bigger and better surprises. And more chances for you to win at home. All this week. Whether you've been nice or even a little naughty. Unwrap all the details on my Facebook page.
And get my color.
Carla's not going to color her hair anymore. She's going totally gray.
What? Snowcember!
Yep. I love it. So anyway, we're back. Carla Hall is here, everybody, and it's time for our holiday gift grab. So go under the Wendy tree.
Okay.
And bring your gifts to
You think this one?
And whatever Carla grabs, the studio audience is going home with. That's you. That's your face. All right, Carla, let's see what we have. Oh, you're going to love this.
You're going to love that.
This is not just any frame. This is a gorgeous picture frame from our friends at Olivia Regal. Their frames are inspired by vintage jewelry with hand-set Swarovski crystals. And guess what, studio audience? You're all going home with this picture frame. It's valued at $200. Yes. This is gorgeous.
That's gorgeous. They never look great with my silver.
Okay, and let's see what else we have here, Carla. Oh, you know who that is. Okay. This is a very big deal right here. This is the Harley Pasternak Power Blender by Sultan. If you're not familiar with Harley, Harley happens to be a highly profiled celebrity trainer. His affordable blender crushes, blends, prepares smoothies, hot soups, and sauces in minutes. It's available at Kohl's.com and Bed Bath & Beyond. And it retails for $250. But, studio audience, you're all going home with a Harley. And for our at-home viewers, if you'd like a chance to get at the frame or the Harley, just go to my Facebook page for your chance to get one too. Carla, happy holidays. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. That's a hootie ho-ho for everybody.
Always nice to see Carla Hall. Make sure you watch her and the gang on The Chew every weekday. Check your local listings. Ask Wendy is next. Are you familiar with that? Watch The Wendy Show whenever you want on my YouTube channel. Hot topics, celebrity interviews, and, of course, my legendary after show. It's all on YouTube. Subscribe today. Welcome back. It's seat, everybody, except for you.
Hi, Wendy.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How can I help?
So my name is Kim, and I have a holiday party every year where I invite all my friends, all my family. But I really want to invite my cousin to this party, but I don't want to invite her husband. He has a bad attitude. He eats all the food. And I just don't really want him around. Wendy, please help me. How do I tell my cousin I want her there, but I don't want her husband there?
When you saw me just go like this, I was looking to see if you were wearing a wedding ring.
No.
Because if you were, you would know the answer to this question.
He has to come.
He's got to come.
Okay.
And here's the thing. You put up with him for one day per year, and you see your cousin besides. No matter how much champagne you drink, please don't talk to your cousin about this at the party.
I try not to.
And don't talk to him about the party. Just let him eat up the food. You know what I mean? Just one day, okay? But you can't split up couples for the holidays.
Okay, thank you, Wendy.
You're welcome. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How can I help?
Okay, Wendy, so I've been dating this guy for 6 months.
Yeah.
He has 2 kids, 7 and 10. I have none. So every time he has them over, he never invites me over. And 2, when I do see him with his kids, he never introduced me as his girlfriend. Should I be concerned?
Yes. How old are you?
27.
What are you doing with a guy with 2 kids?
It's tough, Wendy.
Not really. See, people think that all men are in jail or gay. They're not. There are so many qualified men out there to date you that don't have kids. You don't need a 27-year-old young lady. What do you do for a living?
I'm a public health analyst.
See? That sounds very fancy. You know, no, this is my opinion. This is bigging you up. A 27-year-old girl with a fancy job does not need to be dealing with a man with twins. I'm sure he's a perfectly lovely man, as many men are with twins. But I just feel at 27, if you were my daughter, I would not want you dating a guy with twins or kids. So this conversation is moot as far as I'm concerned. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Up next, everybody, I challenge an audience member to a game of Race the Clock, so don't go far. The clock. This is Meredith, and she's a college professor from Georgia. Meredith, how you doing? You've got 30 seconds on the clock. Don't help her. All right, since it's the holiday season, I want you to name 4 of Santa's 9 reindeer, and go!
Okay, Dancer, Prancer, Donner, and how about Blitzen?
Good! Congratulations, Meredith! Yeah! Guess what? We're sending you to the fabulous Palm Restaurant here in New York City. The steak is sumptuous. We'll be right back. Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah, you know what? I had the best time today. Carla Hall, I love you. My co-host, my studio audience, I adore you. Tomorrow, we're going to have some fun with legendary rock star Gene Simmons. He's going to stop by. We're going to talk on the couch. It's going to be good. I've got you with the hot topics, too. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.